really interesting. Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like, if we really think about it, like, sure, ace high has some showdown value if he had ace five. And when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, he actually gets called. And on this kind of board, like, what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's going to have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with horse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold. Yep. Like, he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draw. He's going to have king X. And we kind of, identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets. And we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's a very good point. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just
All right, so look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cutoff, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
You wouldn't
I'm
be
already down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah. Yes!
And the reason is because Queen.
I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
Right? But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak. Welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
Oh, that's hilarious. And everybody's feet.
nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
Who the hell? Yeah, so back up.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I always love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
All right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about D-pipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options: to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise it. What? Wait a minute. He made it 800, and my man's giving options of 12 and 1,400. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on a site with these other crushers, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. Remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think pre.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when you can get to the turn and
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a two.
All right, cool. You're going 1400?
I'm going 1400, guys.
I'm going to go call with the arm and let's do that.
All right, and
I would fold in game, though, for the record, in case that's for winning it.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
No, we don't win. This is a pretty rough spot because. Damn it!
Mm-hmm. Where do you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol,
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR.
$10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. We'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then, we'll do it. We'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. Do you know what this means?
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it.
So that's cool
Filthy
because we have
animal.
2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know,
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sebs are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one.
All right, what's up, everybody? We are live. What's up, guys? Everybody out there dropping the boost points. Thank you guys for the support. We're bringing something different today. We usually do our poker coaching stream where we go through some quizzes. I think we're going to start mixing in some of these hand history review streams from members of the community, and maybe some other streamers,
Crazies
other
for
people in the
good,
community.
crazies for good.
Thank you, Smee, for the prime time for the 14 months. But yeah, I got my man GodsBigToe with me, and obviously we got our man here, Joel, grinder on the streets, crusher. He's doing very well, getting better. Mid-sticks grinder. How you doing, Joel?
Good. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, Toe?
Hey, toe life is a good life.
Yes. So yeah, how you doing, man? You want to talk to the stream a little bit? Tell everybody.
Let's do it, guys. Poker coaching study stream. We're doing these hand histories now. We're trying to get these in a couple times a month. They'll be evolving. So let us know if you think things are working well. Let us know if you think things are working not so well. Things you like, things you don't like. We're definitely open, and we might even have a competition where we have you guys kind of compete to maybe get one of these done. We're trying to work on things like that. So we have looked over this run. It's Joel's deep run and the $55 45K guarantee on ACR. We have a bunch of sims prepped and a bunch of hands marked. And we're going to try and make it interactive for you guys. Exclamation point PC in the chat to get a link to sign up for free for procoaching.com, where you'll get 20 free quizzes, big blind charts for 100 blinds or more, access to homework assignments, and if you sign up for the premium, there's thousands of quizzes and homework assignments and more shit that you could possibly consume from amazing coaches, some of the world's best, like my main man, Crazy Sixes, like myself, like Matt Affleck, Acevedo, I don't know, Sasinato, Lexa Gavin, Evan Jarvis. There's a wealth of coaches. Check that shit out. Click the link and at least get the free shit. Like I said, the free content is good, and why pass up on the free shit? Get better for nothing.
Yeah, man. Guys got to check it out. And yeah, let's get right into it. How's everybody doing today? What's up, Machine Gun Schmeef? I see you out there, Matt. All the lurkers. Don't be shy, guys. We're going to try to mix in, maybe for some of these, a quiz type format. I guess, since this is the first hand toe, we'll try it for this. I'm a little nervous because I have to do some stuff in OBS. But yeah, let's start it right away. Into the giveaway thing. We'll do this.
Cool. Yeah, we got first hand here. Ace and we're like 3 hands in, and Joel was dreading this hand first thing when he got.
Yeah,
So this is a fun one.
this is the best hand of the tournament.
It was my favorite hand.
There's another one too. What was that? Ace Jack. Those are some fun ones. Cool. So Ace 10, cool. Joel elects to 3-bet, which is good. This hand mixes 3-bet and call. Okay.
I had the quiz ready for that. Well, I was gonna probably do it that way with the option.
You're gonna draw for winners?
I was thinking about it, but we've already kind of got into it, so we got other ones. It's fine.
Okay. Which is cool. We get called. The question is C-bet or no. What do y'all think in the chat?
Even
What
3-bet
do
or
y'all
no?
think, Mr. Marlin?
Yeah, I usually
Y'all
don't tend to
think
3-bet
Mr. Marlin?
this. I usually tend to flat it. Like, he's going to be able to call in position. He's even calling like Ace Jack, Ace Queen, probably not just 4-betting Ace King. So even here, it feels kind of. I probably don't use it as a 3-bet pre-flop much. This deep, at least. Marlin is checking.
It does mix some though.
Yeah, I get it. I
So
don't
it does
do it enough.
mostly flat, but there is a small percentage of.
Where's it at? Oh, right there. Yeah, 60-40. Okay, it's good.
Let me,
Yeah, it's fine. It depends on opponent, right? As well.
yeah.
Checks.
Check.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would
Joe?
tend to check this, but yeah,
Yeah.
Joe, what were you thinking in this spot, buddy? Yeah, this is your hand.
Yeah, I'd 3-bet him. I think he's opening pretty wide from the cutoff there. And he's definitely going to have a lot of flats here against my 3-bet. So I went with the pretty standard small C-bet here, which I don't think is the worst decision, but I think check probably plays pretty well here as well. We want to mix some of our aces back. I think some of the lower aces suited Ace 7, Ace 8 is good checks, but Ace
Yeah.
10 probably would have been a decent check too.
Yeah, just mix it in to kind of protect the checking range a little bit, and it's going to be hard to get 3 streets from much worse here, right? So probably
Yeah, for me, I'm okay with 3-bet C-bet a little bit.
for
So
sure.
like that doesn't sing, and we have the symbol. Look at it, and I do like if you C-bet like this size is like perfect. We get called. Turn is a 3. Double barrel or no? What do you think, Jelly? What do you think, Albatross? What do you think, Joe? How many people we got in the show?
barreling,
What do you think?
barreling Monroe.
Guys, barreling. What do you think?
Check call.
Jack call, says Jelly.
Hmm.
Is machine gun firing?
You know damn well he's firing. It's not even close.
Oh shit.
So Joel, I mean, I guess
Okay.
it's yeah. So you think we just follow through here in this spot a lot in this?
I actually thought the 3 is kind of a decent card because we do have a decent amount of Ace 3 suited, Ace 5 suited, even some Ace 4 suited here. And then we have some other stuff like 5-6 suited, 7-6 suited are all decent 3-bets from this spot, like this deep. So
Right.
I actually thought the 3 was a decent card. We have the 10 of diamonds. He's still going to continue with any pocket pair and then any better ace, which he does.
You think he's going to continue here with like pocket 7s when we go 3-bet, C-bet, double barrel?
Yeah, it's going to be getting iffy now as whether he continues with sevens.
Yeah, like so.
He
like
might
you-
fold them.
Yeah, I think he's folding a lot of those middling pocket pairs.
Yeah.
We do have some people betting in the chat too, and I was on the category when we looked at this. Like six of that both will be checking this to try and keep those sevens, eights, nines, tens, jacks, all those things in. We bet here. We get a lot of folds from those things, and then all the aces that continue have his beat.
Yeah, it's interesting when we bet this turn and then like,
7-6
he's still.
I would bet for sure.
He still has like ace queen and ace jack in his range is the problem. Like yeah, he has some of those worse hands, but he also has fucking better ace x in his range as well. So it's gonna lead to a lot of questions, right? But yeah.
So bets big, gets called. Jack, river, are we going ham?
Backdoor
What do y'all think?
diamonds board. Yeah, it's a little hard to bring the chat in when we don't have a quiz. I mean, we can probably go through these spots and then kind of go to the chat a little bit
Okay.
when we have like some of these ones. We'll try to do a quiz, but it's pretty
What do you
cool
think,
to.
sixes? Check it, eval, says Joe. What do you think, sixes?
Yeah, I mean, we've looked at this, so I think definitely want to check here when we get here. This, so I think we do just check. It's gonna be tough, right? Like if we bet and he raises, like he can be trying to force us up a chop. He can have obviously ace jack or better. I think we're just kind of bluff catching. It's weird. I mean, it's a weird spot. Like to bet and then
no-
get raised, it's fucking gross.
Totally. And no reads or notes on the player, Jelly. We don't have very many hands with them.
Yeah.
Joel, what do you think about this spot?
Yeah, it's betting and getting raised is pretty gross. I think we still have a range advantage. Yeah, we as played. I think we need to bet here again, but I think we got to put the check in either the turn or the.
So when you bet, are you gonna bet? You think at these stacked ups you want to go bigger for value even out of position here, or would you want to kind of use a block bet approach?
Yeah, I think you go bigger here. Diamonds came in. We have like ace five of diamonds, 5-6 diamonds. We have some other things.
So what
but,
worse hand would call us when there's like an aces and fours with a jack when it runs
Yeah.
out like this? What worse hand do we get value from a big bet?
I don't think we're getting any value from anything. I think we're just getting raised, and then we're in it.
Yeah, so I don't like the big bet. No. Yeah, so we do go big as hell, and then he does raise.
Knowing how
Gotta
this
bail.
plays out.
Gotta bail. Gotta bail.
Yeah.
There's no question. Just bail.
Yeah.
There's no bluffs. No bluffs.
Like he's trying to jam me off a chop.
So the fun thing
now.
about this one is that we actually ran this sim.
Yeah. So yeah, there are. I mean,
Trying to line this up.
So, you want to show them the ranges in play first?
Sure.
So we can go back to the browser. So make sure people can see the ranges.
So basically, when we are out of position,
Damn,
this is the range they call the 3-bet with. You guys can see. Some of these lighter ones are the stuff we do small frequency. The hard yellow ones are the ones we do full frequency. Things like aces and ace king. So that makes sense. Ace 10 off does have a small portion here, so he's not off the rails. That is that range. And then our 3-betting range is this one here. So you can see we are 3-betting a lot. Like Joel said, he knows his charts well. 7-6 suited, the 6-5 suited, 5-4
Yep,
suited,
that's
some of this
great.
stuff. Great 3-bet stuff. Suited paint. Great 3-bet stuff pre-flop.
Yep.
Once we do that, 3-bet, here's the ace 10 here. You can see it on the bottom right. So it mixes pretty good. It's pretty much 60-40 bet versus check. I would lean bet, but I think you could probably flip a coin and be
Yeah.
all right. Joel does. If you are going to bet, it likes to bet 5, so Joel nailed that one. Turn is the, I forget, 6 of diamonds.
3 of diamonds, wasn't it? 3 of diamonds.
3 of diamonds?
3 diamonds.
Yeah.
Diamonds. Chart is. Oh shit! I wasn't watching it in my stream. My bad.
Turn is the 3 of
There's
diamonds.
nothing we can do about it here, buddy. You're sorry.
What's the problem?
No, I didn't have it showing correctly in my stream. We're good.
Uh,
There we go, guys. My bad.
Yeah. Full check.
and then ace 10 becomes a full check on the turn. My bad. So that's where we go off the rails a little bit. Joel bets big. We get called. Turn is Jack Diamond. They are going to be checking. But look, you can tell when you go off the rails in Pio, when everything looks dark and there's no colors.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell? It just gets to a weird place.
They check. Ace and off now. The funny thing is with the ace of diamonds, we jam.
Yep.
Yeah, with the ace of diamonds, we actually jam. Blocking
Everything
the
else
backdoor
just checks.
flush. But this is early in these tournaments, and yeah, our opponents are never going to make the good fold and fold
Yeah.
like
No,
an
just
ace.
check.
So, yeah.
We
Yeah,
bet, they jam, and then ace 10 becomes full frequency.
He had the ace of diamonds too, because his jam's a little bit weird on that board.
I think he probably put you on ace king or ace queen.
Yep. Yep, that was the first hand. Sweet
Yeah, 3
tournament,
hands in.
sweet start. 3 hands into this bitch.
Yeah.
We're punting off like 120 bigs because we're too rich to care. Let's do it.
It's good to be
No,
Joel.
I'm kidding, it's good.
So bet is fine, like seeing how this should play. We get called. It was 3 diamonds turn,
we
ace
go.
10 full frequency check. We check. We call any bet. I'm pretty sure. Ace 10 off calls any bet.
Yeah.
Jack of diamonds. They are supposed to check. If they bet or jam, ace 10 becomes a fold. If they bet, ace 10 off still. Oh, ace 10 off.
Ace 10 off is
Jamming the ace of diamonds and folding otherwise.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
you can hardly see the shit. It's
This is small.
sliver.
It's jamming any diamond, 10 of diamonds too,
Yeah,
jams.
jamming any diamond.
Did we check the river? No, we bet 52 in the river.
Yeah. And if we bet and get raised, it's just a proof.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, we check turn and he bets, was it a fold or is it still a call on turn?
If you bet flop, check turn,
Yeah, and then he
it's
bets
a
turn.
full call.
No, we're never folding. Ever. Yeah.
Even if they bet like,
And then
Fucking
check
pot.
the-
You're
check
never
the river.
folding.
they bet pot, you're still calling.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Cool.
So yeah, guys, that was the first hand of the tournament. If you're just joining, this is the Moss $55.40, 45K, I believe it was 40K. Got up to 45K or something. So yeah,
Yeah, and we're not looking at every hand because there's like 400 hands in his hand history. We marked them. Joel does come on the epic comeback. No rebuy necessary.
Beast.
I think you can mix 3 better flat here as well.
Now this is mostly we looked at this. This was some fold, right? From this spot.
This one
Oh, you know what?
folds.
Yeah, it's like 20%
Right.
call, 80% fold. Never 3 bet.
You are right.
So yeah, it's okay to flop.
Check. Seems okay. Although we could multi-way. We bet this a lot in the back seat. No, Joel?
Yeah, I think betting this is fine.
Yeah.
We can take our no equity hands that are kind of
Yeah.
trash we don't care about just and stab those hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a spot where we get to abuse the fact that they don't get to float us as wide because we're multi-way.
But the
So we
big
can
blind
just
bet in
bet.
there is like,
It's,
it's
Yeah.
probably fine to just show.
Bet like
Big blind
30%.
Shouldn't check raise too much.
Right.
It could only go up from here, says Jelly. Now
Definitely
check
bet.
again.
Yeah, that gets a
You
little
know, I
weird.
learned
Normally I
all.
would have bet that, but we just picked up like probably the best hand or decent showdown at least first. So this was a little bit of a weird
The
spot.
only thing is that here you need a lot of protection, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jollyfish
I remember
says
kinda
check
like
got
this
showdown-ish. Well, yeah, I mean, but at the same time, we're in the back seat. We can get called by a handful of worse hands. Some hands with some gut shots. Some hands with just ace highs. So yeah, I think we just bet small here.
And even on
Protect
any
or
random
clean up
brick
equity.
turn, any random brick river
Check
rather,
back.
Jelly, like check calling is really hard with this hand on really literally any river.
Yeah, if somebody does bet all even small, it's like not
Like
great.
this one.
We win.
Just check around and we lose.
We
the
lose
nine.
in a 9 on the river. And we'd have charged it.
Well, I don't think he's gonna fold, but
Yeah, I mean,
No,
yeah, but
we
when
get
we
value.
miss, we get value.
From the guy.
Yep. So I would certainly just throw in maybe 30-40% there. Oh,
This
this
is another
hand.
one we ran the sim for.
All right. Completing's just fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, chat. What are we doing here? Anybody stabbing? We checking? What do we like? Good. This is. Check raise from Jelly, check raise from Smeef. Everybody's just check raising. Okay. Yeah. So we check. That's fine.
Joel, what's your plan here?
Yeah, that was the plan here. Was thinking check raise as well. It's pretty underutilized in these situations and generate a lot of folds usually.
Yeah.
What do you think there? Sixes?
I mean, I probably just limp lead always. We can call if he does decide to just raise something, start building a pot. We could put some pressure on the 3x, 6x high cards. I'm just fucking betting, but I could see check raise. I would just tend to bet.
I would bet too. The sim does mix.
Yeah, it's a mix. I mean, it's checking is
mostly betting.
Okay.
Does check, 10 turn, bet now, or check to try and realize. What's the plan?
Another check raise. What do you guys like here on the turn? We check raise.
Middle rough flush draw is raising because you can get like bare ass, ace high, jack high, king high to fold. Jelly. That's why we limp lead. Put 3s and 6s in a bin. How do you still have chips in front of you? Just jam the 60. That's funny, Raiders.
Not raising a semi-blessed, we're just raising. I mean, we likely have the best hand. We have a lot of equity with this draw. We have 9 high. It's not going to showdown and win, you know.
Yeah, so definitely bet down.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think we should just be betting here for sure.
Yeah.
And now we have 9 high again. Like, just bet.
Yeah.
Bet so
Machine Joe says hit the half pot button. Nah, you mean hit the fucking pot button.
Well, if you know you're ahead.
Right.
Beast in the game. Yeah, that spot was just played a little bit too passively. I mean, we kind of ran the sim on these kind of spots. It's kind of basic. Most people out here were betting, but
We ran the sim on this exact spot. 6s.
oh shit, yeah.
So 9-7 suited, you can see this is blind versus blind, so there's a ton of fucking hands in here. But 9-7 suited, mostly betting 1, mostly just standard limp lead. Does mix some check though. You do check, they check back. It came down brick 10.
Yeah.
At that point, 9-7 suited becomes like full frequency. Just go ham.
And bet 5 is overbet because there's 4 in the pot, so you fucking overbet.
Yeah.
The turn.
And then you're gonna overbet river too.
And then when he calls, and
If we check like we do,
if we
and they
like-
check,
yeah.
and the river was 2 of spades.
Yeah, I just started doing the turnover
9-7
bet in the
suited.
small blind recently.
Like, just bet. At some point, bet.
Yeah.
If we go check and it goes check, and the turn was brick 10. If we bet 5 and a 4 and they call, and the river was 2 of spades, 9-7 is probably gonna bet. Oh, 9-7 gives up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's bet once to give up.
Yep. Yeah. If they do call, just done.
That's interesting because I would go ham, but I think they just have a ton of 10s that they call with, right?
Yeah, they just have something they're not folding at that point, right? Yeah.
Cool.
No idea, Nucifer. You're on your own on that one. Yeah, that was just a little spot that I think a lot of people were just kind of autopilot. We thought was kind of important to illustrate where we can just stab stuff like this. Well,
Yeah, you can't really run Sims for ante-up tournaments. One, because like every pot's going to be multi-way because the pot's so big and everyone just is supposed to limp every hand. So you can't really run. The ante tournaments are just so specific that like no one's really practicing getting super good at them because there's just not a lot of them to play.
yeah, you get every couple months in one series or something like that for one day. All right. Oh, that is fine.
I was going to stop there.
Oh, stop before. See who was betting.
I'm a terrible person.
It's all good. No, it's cool. Yeah, do you usually see bet this spot, or you thought with the backdoor equity this would be enough, Joel?
Yeah. This spot usually early position open against his flatting range. I mean, we have pretty strong range advantage here, and he's going to continue with a lot of like Jack 10, 10 9, stuff like that he flatted there. So, yeah, I did bet here and have backdoor equity. I almost always bet this spot. If I had, I would check it more with middling stuff, check called Jack 10, 9s, weaker queens. And then bet stuff like this and bet strong queens.
Machine just says we have a lot of queens. Yeah, like intuitively it makes sense, but I think we always just want to check here as well. Like,
Yeah, we've been talking about this spot a lot in the study stream. We've been talking about this spot a lot on TTO. We've been talking about this spot a lot in my own study group, where out of position, we just have a massive check range,
Yeah,
check
just check.
percentage.
I mean, we got to think about it. They look at the ranges as well. Like you were saying, we have such a range advantage. I think the range.
We also protect our checking range. So the reason why we check a lot out of position is we check stuff like this. We also check our top pair hands as well. I mean, you can see we're betting our over pairs. We're betting a decent amount of our like tops to get called by worse queens. But like king queen mostly checking, right? Sets of queens checking. We do that to protect our range. It's just ton checking. And the reason is because when we bet here in position, they're going to float us just a heap of time because they have position and they can call with all their gutters and backdoor draws and all that stuff. And then we get in really tough spots on the turn out of position when a lot of bad cards come. Are we double barreling? What are we doing?
Also,
So it loves check.
Joe was saying something
And
about
ace eight
ranges.
suited too, full frequency check.
Yeah, Joe was saying something about ranges. Like we have a massive range advantage. Like go back to the ranges, to the browser, please. Like in positions, range is more condensed than our range. Like we have a handful of the tighter, like the top of the range, but they're gonna have a lot of Queen X symmetry hands that kind of fit around this board, like right in this region here, like. So you know, our opening range is probably tighter than their calling range. So just something to take in consideration.
We two bet here.
Surprised that like the 5s and 6s aren't betting on this board.
Yeah, you check range. And then
Yeah.
when we check, I'll show you what happens. We'll get there. Bet and get called. This is kind of like an okay call. Like, is it good? Is it
Hi,
bad?
Joe.
Even when we hit an 8, we're kind of in a weird spot. Checking or turning the 8 into a bluff?
Anybody out there betting again? Check call. Jellyfish says backdoor straight draw really doesn't count much since we don't hit the bottom end of it.
Oh, since we do hit the bottom.
Since we do hit the bottom end of it, yeah. He says, "Damn, Joel has a powerful mustache."
Hey, I've been talking about it. Best mustache in the game. We're making mustache equity a thing, guys.
Yeah.
He's a streamer. He needs the gimmick.
Yeah, don't be shy, guys out there. I mean, this is a study stream. This is where we give you guys a chance to chop it up as well. Got a lot of different voices, but it's a good chance to ask questions about these situations since we're all here. We got all the resources, tools, so let's spend some time, get better.
Yeah, and this is different than the other study stream where we do quizzes and we still go deep and stuff, but this is a situation where, Six and I spent the last 2 days, probably 4 or 5 hours going through the whole hand history, running all the sims, and seeing what the solver's doing and how to exploit from there. We did not check the flop horn, but we said we should have.
Yeah, we did see that. Kind of established looking at the sim. We're going to be checking a ton of our range here. And we certainly probably should be checking like an ace-8, but if we don't check it, are we going to double barrel or not? It looks like mostly checks from the fact we picked up a little egg like a check here. So yeah,
That's what
we do
Joe
check.
does.
He does check.
I think that's just a bad card kind of for our range in general, too.
I mean, most of the cards on the turn are just going to be so bad for us overall,
Yeah, I guess we still have like all the queens, 9s, 8s.
Yeah, but he definitely has king, queen, queen, jack, and like
Yep.
queen 9 even. In like a lot of his ranges we can see, so it makes it really tough. Jack 10 suited,
Horn says not allowed to fold. Jelly's folding.
Okay, now we're getting it a little interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I think for this sizing.
Yeah, he goes like, what is this, like 60%? Like 60% on the nose or something like that. And it's going to be really hellacious to continue on most rivers. Feels like as played, we have to fold.
You probably fold.
I mean, we have to fold as played. I can't remember what the thing said, but
to fold. All right, let's look at the sim. All right. This is what the computer says.
Yeah, we got to defend like 40% ish.
And this hand just does not
35.
pick up equity. It doesn't get any
Yeah.
better. It does have the one over.
So going back to the
just
flop, checking most of our range, 75% of our range.
Ace-8 suited is a full frequency check.
I think we just
So
have better hands to defend here.
when we do bet, which we did bet small, and we get called, it was
The
8 diamonds, right?
Yeah.
Um,
We check.
we then check like Joel did, and if they bet large, we then fold like Joel
Get the
did.
hell out of here. Yeah.
So going down the lane that Joel went, he played it well. We were supposed to check it though, and they are supposed to bet. Some people are asking what we're check raising. Ace-8 suited, which is really surprising to me, just folds with the
This could be
backdoors
dead.
and the over.
Yeah, it makes sense.
With the backdoor diamonds, backdoor straight draw, and the over, I was really surprised that it check folds.
No. Damn, that is kind of surprising. We just check fold. Done.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. I don't think I'd ever fold to a small bet there.
I wouldn't either. And that was the two
on the
into
flop. Yeah.
2 into 9, right? Or 2 into 7.
2 and a
So,
7, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So really, this one was really surprising when we ran it.
Yeah. Especially with one over and a backdoor.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It
And two
wants-
backdoors. Yeah. Backdoor flush, backdoor straight.
Maybe it just wants everything with 2 over sit a second pair on the board. It looks like all those kind of combos.
Fun one. Defend is good. Check, good. What do you think of now?
Let's see something. What do we like here, guys? Anybody stabbing? He checks. Get his ass C-Bass, or are we just going to check back to realize and check call?
Machine Gun asking, can we bluff as played? Go ahead and bet. Is that what you're talking about there, Marlon?
Stinky says, hits all of our range. I'm betting. What size you like, Stinky? How you doing, buddy? Folder, the
I'm looking at
folding.
the sim now. It literally has like no bluffs there, Marlon. Ace 4 diamonds is your bluff.
On that
Ace
last
3
hand.
diamonds, yeah.
Thought it liked like
Backdoor
king
flush
10.
draw.
Oh,
King
backdoor
10.
shut draw back.
It likes King Jack, likes your gut shot. Up well.
Jellyfish is going like 40. All right.
It likes
Stinky-
King 10 too.
Yeah, Stinky's going 33. So yeah, everybody's betting here. I'm definitely fucking betting, me personally. What do you think about this spot, Joel? You tend to, especially when they check back a board like this, do you tend to
Yeah.
always attack?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would have. This is a pretty good candidate. I probably would have check raised this flop as well, and then just barreled. But yeah, now that he checked back, like he's never going to show up with a queen here. People don't protect their checking ranges like that. So yeah, just gonna bet both here.
Maybe 10 high, right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's good. And bombing. Oh, see, this was interesting to me. We saw a bunch of this in your history where you just went normal small and then normal big, and it worked here, which was great. I tend to get in the habit of going bigger here and then bigger on the river.
Yeah.
But if you think about a target range, I actually kind of like this.
It looks more, it's less polarizing, it looks more value-y, right? And we we could probably get the same folds. So yeah, I think I like that.
Yeah.
Like we don't over polarize to make it easy for his pairs. It looks like a value bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought this was a really good hand.
Yeah, I think betting bigger there is kind of telling him a story that like you have a queen, and I think just an eight's more likely.
Sure. I would bet big there with the 8 too, though. Full disclosure.
Yeah.
This call is okay.
Center it. Oh, this
So
hand.
we just called. Always going to check the aggressor, right?
Yeah.
Check call, check raise, check balance your fold.
What,
Like, raise.
yeah, what do you guys like in this spot? Wait a minute, do I have this hand? I might pick somebody for this. Let me see if I have this.
You should.
Huh? I do.
You should.
All right, I'm rolling. I think I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna pick 2 people from chat. We ran this hand, so whoever gets the closest does the best gets 5 doll hairs. Let me get the Nightbot giveaways ready. The keyword will be cat jam.
Drugs.
Cat jam. Drugs coming in.
It's
Ban
pick me.
drug. 10 minutes. Ban drugs for 10 minutes. Cat jam.
Drugs This is one of the people that was looking at this earlier, helping us figure all this stuff out. He's the resident math guy we turn to.
Capital J-A-M. Hey, Melissa. Good afternoon. Good to see you. Congrats.
Yeah, this is like a
with Iggy as
small
well.
frequency 3-bet. It's not super high frequency for the offsuit variation.
Oh, you mean pre-flop?
Yeah, someone was asking about that. I think Warren was.
Oh, shit. I
I think it's probably fine to 3-bet some, but it's like a small frequency.
Hold on 1 second. We'll give people another second to get in there. Let me see if I can find this. Oh, his.
To answer Warren's question, ace 10 full frequency flat.
So
Don't fuck with Joel and his charts. He knows his shit.
call raise 2.0.
Well, I think Horn missed the original ace 10 hand as well, wherever you are. So.
A hornhole hand.
All right, got this. I'm almost got it ready, and then I'm about to roll it. And all right, I'm rolling it. All right, there we go. Who we got in the house? Who's going to ship? All right, we got a few people in there. Let's do it. Machine Gun Marlin, raise. All right, and we got to roll 2 people from the chat. And then Schmeef, my dudes. All right, Schmeef, you got to play against the machine gun. What you gonna do? So our options, let's see if I fuck this up or not.
Options are call, raise, balance or folding equity.
Call.
I don't know. Did you have all in? You might have had all in.
Oh shit, I got this in the way, my bad. No all in, just check raise, 2.5x, 4.5x, or just call.
Because I just want to give you a shout out and say I'm proud of you for getting those options up on the screen.
I did it, America. I didn't fuck it up. Oh, proud of myself. All right. Machine gun.
Marlon's calling. Smeef, what are you doing, buddy?
2.5x, 4.5x, check raise, or a call. Marlon is just calling, and
4.5 for
is
Smeef.
4.5x. All right.
Joel, what do you think about this spot?
Joel, go ahead.
Yeah, I like to flat here just because of the sizing. Also, the board probably missed him a decent amount, so just kind of letting him hang around and hopefully he can peg like a jack or a queen or something, whatever, to keep him in. Against this size, I'm not sure how much of a raising range we have anyway.
This was an interesting one. I was really torn myself between check raise and check call. I would say that in game, I probably end up calling here as well.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I mean, it feels like a check raise.
Wonder if we have a leading range from this board.
No,
right here.
It feels
Not
like this
too
is a check
small.
raise, a small check raise. We have enough diamond draws, and then we can just make him fold sometimes. So yeah,
93% check.
Yeah, we never.
When he
made him
does
fold.
bet small, ace 10 off,
Maybe.
mostly raising.
Oh. And what size?
Going to 5, so smaller raise.
So Machine Gun said call, and Schmeef said raise.
And so nobody guessed the right answer. It was right in the middle.
But yeah, we don't even have like.
Smeef gets a half point.
Did you give him the big bet size?
Sure.
Yeah, let's see what happens if he does go
He bet
larger.
pretty big, didn't he?
It feels like Smith should get the
Full
point.
raise. Well, mostly raise.
When they bet bigger, they tend to have something, so I probably raise. I know when we look at the Sims, generally the larger their raise size, the less we check raise. Is kind of something common I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
But
The ace 10
always
is
too
the
good.
one. Yeah, the ace 10 is the
yeah.
one because you get
It's
value
okay.
from the worst 10s.
Yep.
Where we call is when we have king 10, queen 10, jack 10, when they have better 10x.
And it calls a lot more when we have the ace of diamond. It needs less protection, but without the diamonds, it wants to check. It wants to check raise more. So this would be a check raise, especially without diamonds.
Pretty interesting.
Well, enough of the time it can come this, he can check back, and then he can get to realize a backdoor flush draw gets there, and it's like shit.
You get called by flush draws,
Wait a
Marlon. You
minute.
get called by worse 10x. You get called by 8-9 suited. We didn't 3-bet it pre.
Well, that just got there.
All right. Before you speed through the river decision, Toe, I'm going to give these guys
it
a
went
chance.
check on the turn. Sorry,
Yeah,
I thought
so on the river.
Standard, we check on the turn, right? When
But,
we
yeah.
call, we check to the aggressor, and then they check behind.
Now,
Here's
wait
the
here.
river.
Yeah, wait.
What's the option?
All right, let me set this up between
We had some good
Smeef.
discussion here about, do we bet to try and get them value,
Wait a minute.
or do we check to try and keep bluffs in? What do you guys think?
I'm setting
Or
it
do we
up,
bet
yeah.
big? What do you guys think?
So we'll say bet 9 and then bet pot.
Yeah, you're close enough.
Pot, check. Bet 9 or bet pot. Kind of your options. Smeef and machine gun. What do you guys like? What are you thinking here, Melissa? Not at all. We should have a decent amount of check raises on this board. Oh, yeah, we checked it out. We do. For sure.
Does Pie like lead the turn? We'll get to that one too, Melissa.
Yeah, when we go back, we'll give them
9 for Smeef.
So
Machine
Smeef
gun, what
wants
are
to
you
go value rate 60%. He went big though on the flop. Was it a big size? I think we put it in small. But yeah, it still check raised the
It was a
ace 10
big
on the
size.
flop. Yeah, it was. That's right.
That was like the reason I didn't check raise.
Right.
I'm
And
gonna
it's,
say he's going pot.
so Marlon is betting pot, and Smeef is going 9. Neither player checking. What do you think here, Joel?
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting spot just because we have a good hand, but there's a lot of stuff that beats us. So it's kind of one of those where if you bet and you get raised, like that sucks. But do think we're good here most of the time to turn checked on the diamonds. But I'm just not sure what else calls you off unless you hit the jack. So I like 9. I don't know if King Jack's calling for a pot size bet here.
Right.
So I'm bet folding, I guess, with 9.
Yeah, we're like, what would bluff when we're leading out of position into him on this board where we're going to have so
Yeah.
many super fucking strong hands? Yeah, we've looked at this. Toe, you want to kind of show them between Marlon and Smeef? They both have different sizes. Marlon's going pot, Smeef going 9. I think we got here as played, and there we go.
As played, it is checking back a lot of the offsuit ace 10 here. It is only betting with the ace of diamonds.
Yep.
And
So
then
we'll
it
get ready.
favors going pretty goddamn big. Pot.
So you're both wrong. Now, I want to check without a diamond. Just check call without a diamond. And then with the diamond, what size were we going again? Big, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I would say like 60 plus. Not
It
pot.
actually goes over pot.
Oh, I overbet, so Marlon would have won. Pot! I love it. Melissa had a question about the turn, yeah.
Fuck, I broke it. I know. I broke it. I always break it going backwards. We checked. They bet 5. We called. 6 of diamonds.
No, she was saying if we asked
We have any
play-
leads.
No,
This is
never.
turn lead.
Oh,
No turn leads.
I thought she wasn't meant played a different way, but maybe not. I like 9. Don't want to leave potential money on the table with the check. Yeah, no leads on this turn.
If we check and they bet and we raise, they call 6 of diamonds.
Look at that.
We then check, raise, check.
Check, raise, check.
Because the diamonds got there, and a lot of what's calling is flush draw.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this board just kind of sucks. Like we have I mean, the trips is good, but there's just still a lot of stuff. Like betting here and getting jammed on, like.
So, if we 6 of diamonds
Fold.
turn, we check, they check, jack of spades, river. You bet. If we get raised, ace 10. Mostly calling. Folds if you have the... Actually, just mostly calling. There's a couple of weird caveats there. Mixes. It's 50-50. Interesting. Cool.
Yeah, it's just sick if he jams king queen with the king of diamonds.
God, nobody does that shit.
No.
Even if they should, and it is sick, like they just don't. Paired board, 3-liner flash, they just get scared. They get shook.
Yeah, I don't know if
Joel
we
does
call
bet
with
big
that.
and gets called by the jack.
Yeah.
Poker is hard. Especially when it says, all right, mix, right? Like this particular combo you call, this particular combo you raise, and it gets really complicated when it's offsuit stuff. Absolutely.
Pimpin'
I also
ADs.
like that villain was just super passive, and you like he limps this next hand. He was just like kind of super passive the whole time. So,
Yeah.
and then he
Holy
goes, like,
shit! Look at I remember this. Is crazy.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, but like I think this is like just a slam dunk. There's just like
Yeah, you know
so
your
much
villains
dead
in
money.
these spots. You know.
Like yeah, it just sucks. But you think those other two guys? Yeah, I don't know. This is weird.
It feels fucking bad. It feels really bad, honestly. You see this action
Runs his
journal?
machine gun.
Yeah.
So the two guys on the right are already tagged as like wild recreational players.
It's funny because I have them tagged as passive recreational bad players.
That's funny.
So that actually trying to change my thought process here.
Yeah, that was my thought process, and I honestly didn't think they were going to call this. The guy on my left is a strong reg that I played a lot with, and he's pretty aggressive. So I think he's doing this with any pair. And then obviously he's going to have some of these kings that have me crushed. But
Sixes, what do you think?
I think there's a lot of dead money in the pot that just makes it.
If you had the read that the two callers were the limpy, call-y type of guys,
It would just take. Well, the problem is, it would like take Carter Wallace because the situation like these guys limping, we're ISOing. A good reg may see us think we're loose and aggressive, so they might ISO a little bit wider. And then we got this kind of fucked up situation. I probably fold with like very little information, but I thought if we had a level war versus like this Carter Wallace dude, it's get it in because these guys just limp calling 15 blinds like. This Ben Hur's guy, it's just dead money. Like, I don't know. And if we think we're doing it fine at all versus this dude, or if he's aggressive at all, run with it. But
yeah, I would fold this 99% of the time. But looking at this, if I had these guys color-coded the way they do, then I kind of like the
it
jam.
sounds insane, yeah. Like,
Given that these guys
never
are
call
limp
this.
call-y type of guys, and they just limp call, they did exactly what they always do. And I'm like, I have the best hander always, and we're against the squoze in range. It's not too bad.
I
Can't be
never
scared.
called this spot, and I thought.
oh,
this
and
was
never just flat calling.
No,
No.
jam or
Yeah.
fold.
Yeah, I was just reading, yeah.
And,
I know, it
and
looks
Carter
like a
Wallace
fold.
is like a strong, aggressive, like real aggressive player. So
Oh, this is awesome. So
Look at
everyone
this.
calls. I love this hand.
yeah,
So guess on Joker's hand. $50 if you guess Joker's hand.
I also thought those two
$50
guys were
if you
gonna
guess
fold.
Joker's hand, someone says. Toe says, holy shit.
5-5, 2-2.
If Joker and Hey Ben would have folded, that's 30 big blinds of dead money in the pot.
Five,
And, like,
six
for
diamonds.
that price, I don't think we can not jam against Carter.
Drugs,
If
you
we
don't
think
count,
he's
you fuck. And he's even wrong. I'm pretty sure it's King 3. Ah, he got it.
Shift the
saw
money.
it. He doesn't count. He doesn't
King
count.
4 suited.
King 4 suited. So like the read on Joel and the fives too, like both really bad calls. Really bad calls. And then even worse calls given Joel's action, right?
I fold
So,
that like every single
Great
time.
read.
but
I mean, really a good read on the player
That's just
specific
a-
because I would fold that 99% of the time. I actually think I kind of like the jam.
Please be at my table. That's how I feel, right? Those
This is a
cats.
$50, $55
Wait a minute.
Brian on ACR.
So, guys, wait a minute. What are we doing here? Anybody just calling? What sides are we three betting? What are we doing? It's under the gun, full ring, ace, king, off.
Everybody 3-betting. We only call
Anybody flatten at all?
7-5 Buckeyes. Oh, who won that quiz between Machine Gun and Smeef?
I don't know. That's your job.
Oh, piss. I can't remember. So everybody's 3-betting. Joel, you decided to call here. Do you mix this in? 825.
I almost always 3-bet, but I mean this flats at a small percentage, probably like 75-25. I probably 3-bet this 95-5.
In the real world, we caught you one time.
We just caught you in public
Yeah.
on the one.
Yeah. I don't think it's like the worst flat though, especially against this guy.
I mean, I think it's probably 100% 3-bet, right?
No,
Is-
actually, he wasn't too far off.
it
65%, 35%.
65, 35%
55
flats.
raised, 35% flats.
I'm dead.
At 60 deep.
Dog shit. I'm
I'm
dog
good
shit.
too.
What size is it like?
Oh, that's 60 deep. Hang on, let me go 40.
It's probably. I know as you get higher, it's more. More
Oh, that was
flat.
at 60. We're at 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always 3-bet this. I did
just
it this
curious.
time just to
Can't
to
say
mix
always.
it up. Yeah, can't say.
99.9% time. I was doing a hand review of my own hands. I'm like, what did I do here? Like, I don't know. What am I doing? Yeah.
99 point. Okay, that's
It's
about
not
to
full
say.
frequency.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
But at 60, we start mixing a little bit. Makes sense because we're gonna be playing these bloated raised pots out of position. Yeah.
Now we have to check, right? Because we're checking the aggressor always.
What size is it like? Probably, I would assume 3-5, 3-2-5.
Standard raise size.
Yep.
3.5 to 4 because you're out of position.
Yep. All right, we check. Never gonna
We
leave.
checked the aggressor and they check back. Nuts.
Nuts. Oh, I remember this.
Bet or check?
Bet what size, guys? One
One
BB.
blind. Jelly twin out the disrespect bet. We gotta talk about this. I equate it to the white glove, where like in the old colonial times, take the white glove and they smack you. I challenge you. It's the disrespect. Bet to nuts, says Marlon. Check raise for Buckeyes. Bet for Smeef.
Check raise.
Check raise for Stinky.
Damn, everybody. See a lot of check raises. Crazy.
Joel, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, I think we have to bet here. If he had bet the flop, then we definitely check. But because he checked it back, like we got to try and get some money into this pot. We have the nuts, and
I pose a question. Anybody out there that said check raise, what are you check raise bluffing with on this turn? And just let that soak for a second. Versus this.
check
Yeah, I mean
check the
personally,
flop, too.
I would probably bet big, just thinking they're going to continue inelastically, like all those under pairs and whatnot are going to just fucking fold. And if he has any Broadway, he probably has a straight draw or something with it. So I'm going like 65 to pot or something like
I'm
that.
sad because we actually didn't run this hand.
Damn. No, it's fine. I mean, but I think we've established.
Well, I have some thoughts. I have some contradictory thoughts, which is why I say that.
Oh, go ahead. No, what are your thoughts?
My
Mark?
thoughts is when he checks the flop, he doesn't have a queen. He's got very little jack X, and so that 10 doesn't really connect too much. And so he's not going to have a lot of jack 10 and queen 10. And he
King
doesn't have
Jack
any
might
10
check.
6. King Jack is one. I'll give that one to you.
Hmm.
But it's very thin.
Ace
I
Jack,
think his
Jack,
heart draws normally bet, and we have the ace of hearts. So I actually think he's really, really light here, and I would check because of that and let him spew.
You wouldn't check. Would you check raise
No, I would check call because I think he's light as fuck.
and then check raise the river?
Check raise river.
There's two flush draws out there. I'd probably just.
We have the ace of hearts though.
I know. I would.
I'm gonna see if I can run this one while we're doing this and come back to it.
We don't need to balance our bluffs online. No, not even close. Yeah, we want to talk about the exploitative stuff too, and Melissa, I completely agree. If we think stuff like that works, he to bet his heart draws. Yeah, this is an interesting
Should've
one.
bet
I would
everything
10. Yeah, he should
on
bet
this one.
everything.
He should be betting range.
Yep.
So the fact that he didn't makes it like pocket
Cap
fives.
is all fuck, and you're never getting value for pocket fives on this check.
So you want to get two streets from his bluffs and then find a check raise on the river. So get him to bluff something here,
or him to bet a worse value hand, then go into the river, he may continue bluffing or continue overvaluing some hand or something. Yeah, I can dig it. I can dig that check. I would always fucking bet, but I can dig a check. Greed.
Yeah, the problem is like the value range here is so small.
Yeah.
Under the gun, baby strategy.
Yeah, I mean, he shouldn't even be checked. Like King Jack is like a 100% frequency bet for him, probably against big blind range.
Yeah, when we check twice, he might just go bet a ton. Yeah.
Good.
And then we fucking check raise the river. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be nasty. I like it. Oh, what?
I guess he could also have some things like 9-8 that he didn't bet,
The
though.
one big ball.
Sure, that's definitely out there.
But it doesn't matter if you check or bet at that point. You're probably getting his whole stack.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I am
Just running that in the background.
running that one. Hopefully, we'll come back to it.
I kind of like the one big blind, to be honest.
One big blind's okay. I think if you got to bet, that's fine.
I
I
would
don't
go
remember
big.
what I did here, but I think that's probably fine too.
To get called.
I mean, he can never
Do we talk about this or just
12.
bomb the shit? We bomb the shit out of it. Move on.
12. 2 flush draws missed. I mean, I'm going 12.
Yeah. Me too. Oh, there
Oh,
it
shit.
is.
I forgot. I didn't even remember he did that. Yeah, just overbet the fucking thing.
Cool. So, the question about checking the turn. I'll have an answer for you before the stream's over.
I'm betting 12 there with like my entire range.
Exactly.
Because he can't
Same
so
here.
bad on the flop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
whatever we bet on the turn and then overbet river. Yep.
I'm down with this call.
This is supposed to be a 3-bet. It's good. I mean, we can talk about
I'll look at it. Go
exploitatively
ahead, talk
call.
about it.
No, like exploitatively, we can call if we think.
I think
it's
we said
higher
that-
EV.
I think
if we think we're gonna make more EV by him playing worse post flop,
I
and
think
then
we
maybe guys
looked at this as a
squeezing.
group and we all said call and then looked and it was actually a full frequency 3-bet.
Yeah, it's
I remember it.
yeah, we
Really?
3-bet. Yeah, it's a 3-bet call. I mean, but there was a big
100%.
discussion.
This one mixes because I didn't have the exact range. So if it's under the gun 2 open and we're in under the gun 3, ace queen suited is full frequency flat.
Yeah, it's a full
If we
frequency flat.
are in the cutoff facing an open from
Or
like
in
under the
hijack.
gun 3, it becomes a full frequency raise. So considering this is in the middle of those two positions,
You can mix.
probably mixes.
Yeah, and I don't mind if we think players behind are going to squeeze, and if we think this player we're going to make more EV from him just making mistakes playing at post flop in position. So yeah, it's cool. It's not like a mistake, but yeah, I think we can 3-bet
Fine.
as well.
And then always betting flop, right? Small
Bet.
bet. No bet.
Do we not need to because the ace high is good enough? And
Just to give showdown.
Yeah, that's why I probably didn't bet there.
Uh,
Betting like 10 jack.
it feels
I
like
think
This
we
is
bet
one of
for
those
value.
spots too that we run like when we check an overwhelming percent out of position. We also bet small and overwhelming percent in position.
I think we're betting for like value too. Get called by worse ace X. Get called like.
we're going to make some of his
ace
smaller
X.
pocket pairs that might check indifferent on future
Yeah.
streets as well and start to maybe get value from those when we do improve. So I would
Yeah.
kind of tend to bet. Not
This might
lose
be
the
one of those
pocket
spots we marked it
fours.
to say just bet at some point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we just win. It's fine.
Yeah, definitely just bet the flop.
Oh, this hand, this was
But-
interesting.
Squeeze. Cool. Pretty standard.
So you just wait.
What do you
this
want
is
to
good.
do?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just. It just we don't even have to go to the chat. Like
You were so mad at yourself, you spoiled it for the group.
Yeah.
just put them all in.
Well, this is the same thing that Bruce did last night too.
Yeah.
Left the guy with like 11 after he 4-bet.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you allow him to play
Just
perfectly.
check.
yeah, you get like,
And then you got in this weird spot where like
oh, I know, and then you just have to call it down.
you're like,
It's
here, okay,
ridiculous.
call one, and now I'm priced in. What the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, you only had like 6 left.
You lose anyways, just lose correctly.
Yeah,
Well, it's not only that he gets to play perfectly, right? He gets to. I think
It was
my
actually
buddy listed
Drugs who
and
said this best.
Yeah, because he gets to play.
I know you're
perfectly.
out there, so
He
start
can't-
typing.
No, he ain't gonna
But
type all
he
that
said
shit out.
that basically what he said is like when we jam here, I
We get to run out all of our equity. And
Yeah, we get if we hit an ace or a
flushes.
king, we're already all in, and we always get paid. If this guy's got like queens, jacks, or tens, and we do this, and then like a high card comes on the flop, we may even lose him. We don't even get paid.
Yeah, he might just, if it comes ace, king, X,
That's
he
what
might
I'm
just decide to fold. I mean, he can play perfectly, and
Yep.
we can just not, we
That's
can,
totally every
yeah.
time.
So,
I probably had like 8 tables going. I never do that. Like, just didn't notice.
Yep. Ooh. This
Yeah,
is your
this
favorite
is-
hand,
this is a
Joel.
good
This is a
hand.
good one.
Love this hand.
So defending, pretty standard.
always checking.
Always checking, pretty standard.
I mean, we're never check raising or fold. I mean, check raising multi-way. We all know we're not check raising. There's dead player, so we all call.
You did say way better drugs. Yeah, so I was just call. Cool. Turn. Always checking.
The one big blind.
Kind of want to fold, but not for one big blind.
Impossible.
Cool. The flush comes in, and dude jams popped.
Yeah, what are we doing here, guys? Anybody folding this? Man, jams. Paired board. Better flushes out there. Are we ever folding? He shoves in at 2 people. Seems so strong.
That's why it's marked.
Yeah. I want to see who's
From a
folding.
guy, yeah. From a small
Anybody
blind,
folding out there?
Nits.
Fold. Doesn't
Folders.
fold. Fold from the folder.
Damn, that is so strong. People were just rattled.
Call, fold to the paired board, and bigger flushes.
Crying call.
Crying call for Joe.
Tan man's
No
calling.
call.
I feel
Fold
you.
for Stinky.
I'm
Call
not
for
good.
Tan. Not good enough to fold this week.
Got to be right about 33% of the time. Call.
Call for Tiffany.
Yeah. Go ahead, Joe. What were you thinking here? I know this is your
Yeah, this spot sucks. I mean, this is small blind. It did make me do a double take. I don't think you can ever fold a flush in this spot. Like, you have to defend. If you're not defending like medium flushes, like what are you calling? Only boats and nut flushes. You have to. He does have a lot of 10-9. I just expect to lose a lot, but I think you just say you call it and it sucks. If he has 10-9, he's got 10-9.
So, interesting question for you. If that's the case when we get here and we hit our flush, is there any argument for not playing this pre if we're going to get like to the flush and be still shitty multi-way when this happens? I'm playing devil's advocate.
For the price that you're getting pre, I mean, you have to play this.
Pretty hard, right?
Yeah, you're just, this is too good.
I kind of
to
agree.
fold.
I was just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I think we may have ran this one. Oh, no, it's multi-way.
That's-
There's no need to. I mean, we're just never folding.
Never folding. Couldn't run it anyways, multi-way.
You can't.
I mean, yeah, you just
Cuts.
can't fold.
I'm with you.
Yep.
I
You
think
hate
you
to
could
see
probably
it.
fold it straight there.
I mean, I'm not saying you can't. You
Definitely
never
fold it
could.
straight there.
I think in the middle stages of a tournament and like early stage of a tournament, like guys aren't fucking around. If you're deep in a major and shit like that, we know we have reads on players. It's kind of puts us out of the tournament, puts us in a bad spot. You can make a case, of course. But
Yeah, MTTC, it's so strong, right? Definitely cringy as hell. Probably not the best move for King Queen, but cringy as hell.
beast it.
Least favorite hand.
Boo.
Jacks, the
Jacks.
Llama Carrying
Monster.
Memorial hand.
Yep.
Jam, call, click.
Just shove, says Marlon.
Just shove.
Jam,
Jam's
says
ISO.
Jelly.
Jam. Yeah, I mean, I think we looked at this. Did we look at this, or it was just debatable? Right?
Yeah,
Between-
Joel did click
Click.
it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we've
why it's
been around the money-ish bubble on this one.
Smeep jamming.
Yeah, no clicks, just jams or calls.
And no calls. Oh, call for Too Funny. Call for Tan Man. I take it back. Oh, no. That might be the previous hand, right? Yeah, that's the previous hand. Call for Tan Man here, though.
yeah, it's interesting. I think we
Only
call
one
this.
calling. I was saying that I would call. And the reason why I would call is because I want to call and let 30 blinds jam. I'm cool with that. Get him in there. When I do this, now I price him out. And he just never jams.
He calls were just better, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not better, but the ace kings, the flips, and
Yeah, based on the other stack sizes, I'm Too Funny. I want to call because there's 2 regs behind.
they ain't falling for a call trap. Are those regs? Oh, baby money. That's dibs. That's how I got dibs. We had him on the Sunday stream. My man.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
hands
not
like-
even about falling for the call trap. I think like sometimes they're just gonna have hands that are gonna want to jam, like Ace Queen, that probably shouldn't jam here. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I kind of priced myself into calling too if they do jam now with their stacks. Like I can't.
Oh, yeah,
fold
you have
any
to
of them
call.
now.
You
Yeah.
have to call.
So I think it's either call.
That's why we
or
marked
jam.
it. Put hand. Oh, sixes. This one's for you.
Oh yeah. What do you, Joe? He folded. He
Sixes
open
under the gun
folded
now.
sixes under the gun. What the fuck?
Marlon says,
That
"Do you
hurt
want to
me
play?"
to see.
Yeah, I was like, "This is good," and sixes is like, "No way, we're not passing this up on my
Shut
stream."
your
Where
ass up,
sixes gets folded.
we ain't never folding this first in. Are you out of your
I'm
mind?
folding.
Shut you. You ain't
But
never
again,
folding. We're boys.
I'm
You
not
ain't
that
folding.
crazy sixes guy.
Nah, this is 100% open. Yeah.
Marlon, Jack, do I want to play Jack's multi-way? When there's a raise and then a 10 blind jam, the odds of us playing that multi-way are much less. When there's a raise and a call, then you 3-bet it because you don't want to play it multi-way. When you call, 4 people call. But when there's a raise and 10 blind jam, they're just going to jam or fold with their range.
Yeah, I didn't open these because of the rejam stacks all in there behind.
That's why sixes opens them, because he's going to force them to rejam.
Yeah, I mean, I got
Six.
fucking snap call, snap call, snap call. I see like three stacks that are just fist pump calls.
Yeah, three.
Yeah, 3 of them. Like you're happy as hell to call these guys.
He's not scared of Smonced over here with his
Who
backseat here.
cares? You have 70 bigs. Who cares if you lose 10 or something? Man, come on.
I'm on team
Sorry.
fold, Joe, just to make you feel better.
No, you're not. Stop it, man. You're kind of
But,
tilting me. We're never.
This is the
folding
sixes
sixes.
show, so I don't want to get banned.
Yeah.
But if the big blind jams, then what are you doing?
What do you mean? We get the
Oh,
fuck
he's-
out of here. It's easy. Yeah. I mean, it's so easy.
Joe doesn't like it. I can see it in his face.
Who's taking money off? Just like chips
It's
on
not
Minus-
lighting chips on
minus
fire
time's so
at
bad.
all. It's fucking printing
Nah.
with sixes. Is it not on your opening chart?
No, not for that deep.
We're not. The table effectively is not. You have 70, but the table effectively is shorter, so it's 100% open, right?
All right, so
That mixes for me.
let's see. We open.
He's needling.
Yeah, it mixes fold and hella fold for me.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so if the
Am I insane?
small blind
Mine opens
jams,
5%
Fuck this shit.
off 20 from early position. If you're at 20 effective,
We're not 20 effective,
5% open.
so if like the small blind jams who is on 14,
The fuck?
sixes
Wow,
is a call.
Snapping.
If the
There's like 4 guys we get to
big
snap.
blind jams, which I don't think that's going to happen for 35 bigs very much.
No.
Right.
Well, just
So what
he
if like
jams.
what if like 13 jams?
I mean, what the
That
hell are we
is
looking
76.
at? Like, all these charts I'm finding are just like pure opens, and like, I think we're getting trolled, guys.
I'm probably even calling that 18 blind guy in the. I think he's in like
Call.
the cutoff.
18 blind guy on the
Control.
button.
Was he on the button? If he jams up, if he rejams, I'll probably even call
I
him.
mean, guys, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
Call.
All right.
So yeah, it
See
gets
you,
called to
sixes.
full. If you open, it's full frequency call against those teener stacks.
Yeah, I mean, and guys in my chat,
Even Jelly's
don't
open
listen to
sixes.
these guys.
Now I feel like
your
I
own
feel like
work.
a nit.
Do your own work out there. Look at your charts. It's an open every time. Don't listen to these nits, man. Seriously. They're nits. All right, back to it.
15 bigs under the gun.
Not 50.
All right,
I
guys.
mean,
He's not. It's 15 effective, right?
well, I mean, look at the rest of our table, bro. It's fucking 40 effective. The next 45 effective. It's a full frequency.
All right. So here, I was gonna give you some credit. Sixes. At 15 effective. There's a sliver of 6 in here.
That's not. We're not 15.
That's
I'm just
my
showing
check,
you.
yeah.
I'm just showing you here.
15 is not 15.
All right. Chill.
Yeah.
At 30. Oops.
That's.
6 is an open.
Yep. Full frequency.
At 40. 6 is an open.
Okay.
I missed those.
Never.
He ain't too crazy.
All
He
right.
ain't that
Sorry.
crazy. We could just change his name to straight 6s. He's not that crazy.
Yeah. I just don't want people to make a mistake and just be like folding there.
I always open that if we're all deeper. It's just when we're a bunch shallow like that in early position.
Yeah, and I get
I
happy
guess it
when
depends
I see
on
that.
what your opinion of of effective stack sizes at that table. If you think it's 15, probably fold. If you think you're looking at more of the middle stacks, then it's cool to open.
If there was only one smaller one, I would have opened it. But there being that there's a bunch, it's like
Yeah, I get excited when I see that personally, but that's me. A weird ass dunk lead. We have 2 overs and a backdoor flush draw. Anybody out there folding this? Floating, raising. He's raising into an uncapped range here. We open an MP. We have everything. Machine guns raising.
Oh, sorry.
It's coming back. 5s to deuces unfolding. There you go, Jelly. That's allowed. Peeling 1. Okay. Yeah, I mean, go ahead, Joel. You can go ahead since.
oh yeah, this guy's pretty wild too. This guy made a lot of real wild plays.
Yeah, I think we were watching hand history. He's playing kind of loose as hell.
Yeah. I don't think we can fold here. But I also think this. I don't know. Depending on where we are in the tournament, I guess you could make an argument for folding. But
Like if it fucks up your utility a little bit much, if it's the final
Yeah.
2 tables and it's
Yeah.
something like that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we always got to
we
fold
ever
here.
fold to this.
No, we can't.
Yeah, the spades, backdoor spades, 2 overs, backdoor straight. It's a full call.
Yep.
Yeah.
Without those other implications.
Yeah, this was such a weird hand. We tried to run and look at
This hand, I have it. It breaks Pio.
Yeah.
So we
This
call.
guy was like a weird recreational player, so
Yeah.
And then he checks.
he shouldn't have anything in this small blind that like hits this anyway.
No, it's a bad lead no matter what.
Yeah.
Does anybody out there bet after calling any checks? Do we check back? What are you guys doing here? What do you think we should be doing here? Like, I guess exploitatively we know what we're gonna do, but what do you guys think Pio does in a spot like this with this hand?
Or
It's- Huh?
Or both.
Oh yeah, what do you guys do in this spot? It's so weird. Like we had a long debate about like what the hell?
Yeah, it's a weird ass line.
To check and realize to bet. I almost said fucking shove, I think once, because I was spazzing, but yeah.
I think he did say shove.
I think I just said over bet jam or something because I don't want to bet get check raised.
Checking
don't
the
think he
guess,
folds.
folds 2 overs with ace X.
Yeah, but then
8.
you lose. If he has an ace, then we lose.
I think Mullen's going 8. So that says bet folder. Check to realize for Smeef. Check and realize for Stinky.
Check and realize for me too. Yeah, I mean, originally I was on team bet, but yeah, go ahead, Joe. What do you think of here, buddy?
I'm betting
Like,
too.
Yeah, I almost always bet in these situations. When people take weird lines like this that just don't make any sense, I almost always bet because they typically just fold. And also, like you said before, like our range is still super uncapped. We have every over pair still. So
yeah,
I don't know. I typically bet. I don't remember what I did here.
You did check. Oh, you did bet.
yeah, he bets, and naturally it's good. But I think when we looked up the hand, it wanted us to check with this much equity because.
Yeah.
Dylan can still check raise that, 4-5 did get there as well. So if he ever wanted to like maybe trap or something like that, kind of be aware. If he ever wanted to leave 4-5 and trap, so I think he wanted us to check back with that much equity and bluff some of the shit with no equity.
So the weird thing here, where go ahead.
Turn card. I'm jamming any turn card or river card on that.
Yeah. If he checks back river, we're fucking
Oh, yeah.
we're over betting.
Yeah, I thought too, for sure. So you can see the lead out here from the villain is just super weird. He checks 96% of his range. Like it just doesn't exist. So when he does that, Joel with Jack 10 of spades, full frequency call. Turn with 6 spade.
Right, jellyfish.
And then you can see this is where you break Pio because there's slivers here.
Yeah.
He was supposed to bet again, which he doesn't, which is weird. When he doesn't, Jack 10 of spades actually does check to realize.
Yeah, what's it just
Maybe
check?
he thought he was in the big blind. Like if he's in the big blind, I think his lead's like more reasonable.
Except usually it likes to be like 2-3-6, 2-3-4, 2-3-5. My
Yeah.
2-3-7's a little
6-5 deuce is the one. Yeah, 6-5 deuce. Yep.
gappy. So yeah, but full frequency check, or not full frequency, but 65%, 70% check.
We're betting all the combos without the backdoor draw.
And then when we
Wow.
do bet like Joel did, And
Look at
so
that shit.
we really broke Pio. There's no color in here anywhere. I couldn't figure out. I was like, what's wrong, Pio? Our call.
You can check that
Oh.
box over there. That's what brings it up.
Normalize squares. There you go.
Yeah.
Didn't do much. We still broke it. We might be able to do that too. So we ran this. If like it checks and it comes brick river, a queen. He's supposed to check his range, and then Jack 10 turns into a bluff.
Yep, just fucking go crazy.
Oh yeah, any overcard,
Yep.
any high card, you just jam.
Yep.
We check, and it comes like an 8,
Then it gets
and they
over.
check. Jack 10 suited, full frequency bluffs.
Just go. If they check, we go. Jack.
The weird thing about this was not betting the turn when they cap.
Yeah, we wanted to see that. Because everybody in this bitch was betting for the most part.
I was betting.
Well, no, a couple people were checking to realize because they didn't think
I
he
bet
would
for
fold.
sure.
I mean, 4-5 and some good hands do get there, but yeah, it makes sense. Cool.
Is he really? How much 4 or 5 do you think he's flattened?
I forgot he was in a small blind. I keep forgetting that man's in a big blind, like none.
Yeah.
Hey, 10 man, thank you for that sub, buddy. Really appreciate that. You want to realize your equity and you save your bluff for the river. Yeah, we save our
Yep.
bluffs for the river anyway. And we want to realize we don't want to bet and get check raised again on a turn.
Oh,
Jam.
yeah, we had some discussion about jam or limp. Do you go to a
It's
full
50-50.
all limp strategy? Roughly
Oh, when
20
they're
bigs,
under-
15, 20 bigs.
Yeah, under 15 effective. Yeah.
I kind of saw that.
Go to all limb strategy.
Yeah. And if we ran an ICMizer, it actually doesn't like the jam very much.
If it was suited, I would have jammed it.
Do we jam suit it? Because we don't want to check call it off that. Yeah, it's good. Because we can just limp call a lot as well. Yeah, it's good.
Yep.
King 7 suited's not a jam either.
Yeah.
No.
So we can't call if we give him.
So we just play this post.
Oh, we can't just put it as if we jam. Oh, like no action.
Yeah, there we
Okay.
go.
I'm done.
No, you're not, Toe. Be nice. Come on.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
Like I know 5 things really, really well and can barely tie my shoes otherwise.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good jam.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have jammed. I would have went with the suited one, but I didn't go with this one. I think. Yeah.
Oops.
I typically
So this is a good jam,
medium
right?
Strength.
Yep.
Yeah.
Point
Yeah,
it.
that's about to say, okay. Yeah, I was
I
hoping it
do
was.
typically jam these medium hands, the middle strength hands.
Yeah, I would have just ripped that. I got scared. It's like, oh my God, I'm probably ripping too light if I can't rip that. The fuck?
Damn it! I know we prepped for this.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this is my favorite hand.
Oh, this. I remember this.
This hand's fun. Give me a sec, 'cause I'm pulling up the sim at the same time.
Yep.
Cool. Raise cool. Call cool. King 9-5.
What are we doing here, guys? C-bet small. Check. What do we like? Let me see something.
Check for Jelly.
Check.
Baby bet for Marlon.
Yeah, I mean.
C bet small should do the same as Big here, says
C-bet
Joe. 35%. Continue small, so here that comes Jimin in. Yeah, I mean, generally you're going to see 3-bet, C-bet is kind of generally a standard. Joel does this a lot, and it's generally going to be quarter pot. He does it a lot. I'm pretty sure he does it here. He does. Pretty standard.
Yep.
Get
3-bet,
called.
C-bet, get called. Perfect. I like it. Bingo, bingo,
Now
bongo.
what? Double barrel or check and be sneaky.
Continue small. Oh, that was from the last
That's from
one.
the flop.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
Sometimes I think there's a slight delay.
Yeah, it's a few seconds.
Yeah. Double bear. What size would?
Third pot.
This,
Joe going small again. Anybody else?
I'm not sure how many.
Check
medium
and bet river for
sizes.
value. Jelly making it look like a failed C-bet attempt.
Yeah.
What were you thinking here, Joel?
Yeah, this is kind of just a weird. The SPR is a little weird here. I'm not sure there's like any size besides like real small or in jam. Because like betting 60% just puts you in a real weird spot on the river with like 6-7 bigs left.
No, 60% would leave you like 16 behind or something, right? Because you would be betting.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, so
What
you would
about
still have
17
like
and
17 behind. Yeah, behind.
18 behind.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think this actually isn't a bad spot to check in Jam River. Or he might jam too. This guy's that weird player too. And we're at like the final 3 tables here. So
yeah.
there was kind of a lot going on in this.
So you can think of it in an
Stand action.
exploitative context versus this player as well. If you think like
Yeah.
a different line will work versus this player as opposed to a reg or something like that. So yeah, good point. Personally, I would just keep betting and I would just go bet. I wouldn't
What
check.
size
I
would
would
you use
never.
here?
Probably personally in game, I would probably be 40 to 60, whatever I felt like would be, because both sizes are going to allow us to just jam river. So I tend to maybe go 40. I think a reg like that, I mean not a reg, a recreational player 60 would probably be good. But I'm certainly betting between 40 and 60 and just jamming river 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah,
I could half see the argument for a check.
Make it look like a failed T-bet attempt or something that might give up.
we could
Especially
easily
versus a player
bet
like
river.
this. I can get it, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially because he already tried to bluff that one
this.
time.
Yeah,
If he
took
throws
that
something
lead
small, we
out
just check
bluff.
jam here.
Yeah, he might completely spaz out. So, yeah.
Joel did check. And he did bet.
Cool. Now we have to, if we take this line, now we have to fucking just lay the entire trap and then just check. And then check jam river.
Okay.
Yep.
This is where things get a little nutty.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I didn't jam that.
Wait, why you didn't jam this right now?
It might have been on there. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. Yeah.
Check jam the flop turn, you mean? Or
Yeah. Why I didn't jam over top of that bet, his bet.
I kind of like the call on the turn.
Yeah,
versus jam,
I
because
thought
then we
it would be
push
good.
out bluffs and we probably push out king X a decent amount too.
Yeah.
I would have jammed turn personally, he says. Well, the thing is, like, the ace X that's going to call your jam on the turn is likely going to bet again on a river. So you also allow him to keep pure stone bluffs in his range by just calling. So I don't think, if you're going to get paid from the ace from him calling your jam, he's likely going to bet it again on the river, and we give him an opportunity to keep bluffs in his range.
Yeah, you get value from all those ace X no matter what.
So that's
plus
why I
the
think
bluffs.
we want
And some of the king X too.
Yeah.
Because king queen's probably going to bet again. Or
Gonna
maybe.
bet.
I mean,
For
probably
value.
just gives up, but even the king queen wouldn't call it jam or something like that if it doesn't. Yeah.
So you're going to check to him again now?
I'm always
you should.
checking here. You should
you
definitely
should,
check
yeah.
because
That's
what you allow is like
Yeah.
the same range you're hoping to call and pay you off. Sometimes bet, and now we add an extra float of him bluffing sometimes. Especially a guy like this, we've seen him do some fucking nutty things before, so we want to give him an opportunity. To probably just
And I guess
bluff.
what he's going to do, if he has ace jack, ace 10,
betting anyway.
he's going to bet it anyway. And we're just going to get it. But I think he's also going to call this.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, he's probably going to call anyway, but we lose the times he's just going to stone cold bluff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here it is in
Yeah.
the computer. Full frequency, bet small, like Joel. Actually,
No, it's there. Yeah, it's
this
just not there pre-flip.
one's- Oh, ace queen suited. Full
I'm going
frequency.
to take a piss real quick.
All right, go ahead.
We get called. It was ace of spade turn, and then ace queen
Double
full
barrels.
frequency continues.
And it goes a
big.
big size to 21, so like 60%. Yep. Fuck it.
Yep.
Yep.
There's a sliver of green in there for check.
0.2. I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, 2% of the time. 2% of the time it works all the time. Yeah, it's supposed to just double barrel, basically. And leave that 18 behind, basically, and then you're just going broken that way.
Yep. And then yeah, just jam.
Yep.
Bet. Yep.
Bet. I was gonna say, I think we are c-betting more when boards are coordinated. This was a 3-bet pot, so we always get a c-bet most vast majority of the time.
Wisco.
3-bet c-bet Wisco. Cool.
Oh, wait for Joe for this one. Wait a minute. Yeah, he has to see this.
All right, guys. So I guess it's time to show. Exclamation point PC in the chat gets you a link to sign up for pokercoaching.com. There is content similar to this, but there's a lot of quizzes and homework assignments, webinars available for you, big blind charts, tons of content for the premium members. If you sign up for free, you get 20 free quizzes, big blind charts for 100 or more, homework assignments, all that stuff for you. Exclamation point PC in the chat to sign up. We're trying to do these hand history reviews, trying to change it up a little bit, give you guys a little bit of a different look. We're also kind of working out how to make this flow a little better for you guys. So any suggestions you have, things you like, things you don't like, we're definitely open to a conversation about it. And we'll be trying doing these a couple times a month. And then, of course, Saturday session that we do always with the quiz where you guys gamble on getting better at gambling. Check that one out for sure. Perfect timing, Mr. Joel. Open your aces, get 3-bet, 4-bet, or flat.
Probably. I think we can flat here. Although we're fairly deep, so I think 4-bet's sometime all right too. I usually don't like to 4-bet against blinds. The small blind or big blind.
Just because they're 3-betting so much wider?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you guys doing here, chat? Anybody 4-betting? We calling? And if you're 4-betting, what size do you guys like? Just kind of curious what the flow of the mafia and everybody is doing.
Rip it up says check raise napkins.
Raise.
Min 4-bet says hedge bet.
Min
Call for
4-bet.
Stinky.
Flat. Yeah.
Call for too funny. Call for fire decks.
Mostly flats. Yeah, I think. Ooh, 15K. So you want to click it?
Just a click.
Flat. Always lose them to the 4-bet call.
Oh, so a little bit of a mix.
Yeah. I think when we look at this, we're
Survey says
calling aces always.
Pure call, Daisy.
You can go through a lot of different spots, but you're going to find you are pure calling aces to a small blind 3-bet almost always. Almost always. Yep.
Actually, I fucked up and showed you big blind, but small blind still full
that's
frequency
small
call.
blind, yeah.
Still full frequency call.
Yeah, I think you're just supposed to almost always call it against the blinds.
Yeah, I mean, it did like jamming your ace king, your ace queens, and things like that. But we are never 4-betting.
Yeah.
And you notice, go back to that real quick, too. I think it's important to note something about 40 big blinds here that maybe helps somebody out there. Pull back up the range, please.
I'll pull back at the range.
Oh, yeah, pull back up the ranges. And I think it was important to note, like, we're not, when we do 4-bet, we're only jamming. We're not 4-betting a size.
Yeah.
We never have, like, some weird tweener size. It's only jamming.
Yes, sir.
So whatever little clickbacks you guys have at 40 big blinds, it's not a thing.
Not a thing.
It's just jam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And when you do that, it's probably always going to be aces and kings. So, cool.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm not sure why I 4-bet there. I might have
Seizure.
had something about the guy. Or thought something about him.
Yeah, I mean, exploitatively, maybe we think he's going to do something, but I mean, I'm never using this combo. It's just too damn
Yeah.
in position. Yeah.
Gonna get at least one C-bet out of him.
Yep.
Check call pretty standard, right?
Yeah, never fold.
Check.
And then he goes 33% or something like that.
Check call again.
Yeah, we got to call again here.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
what I
bet too small there, I think, to fold.
Yeah, he goes, wait, at that size, we got to call. So that was enough. Another one?
Oh, we backed this one because like there was a bunch of spots here where you just didn't punish the limps from the small blind. Like with this junk shit, like I'm always raising this 100% of the time. There was a couple spots in here where that kind of matched this description.
Yep.
Now what do you do against a limp lead? Joe couldn't get the raise out fast enough.
Damn, he snapped 3.5, did.
Did I misread that, Joe? Were you not talking about 3.5 excess? Oh, do I 3.5 when he limps? Yes. Yes.
Ah, okay, I was kind of confused
Yes, Joe.
as well. Keep their range wide. You talking about the aces hand, Jelly? Yeah.
Yeah.
If villain is tight, can 4-bet since his range should be stronger. Zubat says it's a good point. If they're just super tight, a fucking 9-2 or something like that, and they're actually 3-betting, maybe just jamming.
Even still, even.
I'm probably fucking still calling aces, but I'm jamming maybe a few more hands in there.
I mean, almost any two.
Nah, yeah, I don't want to do any 2 cards, but you can go pretty wide. Maybe 40%. I think
Here's
the
the thing,
number
too,
is
like,
40%.
I have 100 hands on this person myself, so if I see them as a 14-9 and see that they're pretty tight, then I'm going to go with any 2 cards when they win. If I think they're super aggressive, then I might type it down to that because they're going to be more likely to limp raise me. And then conversely, if I see they're super passive, if I see someone at this table like that, I don't. But if you see like a 30-11 or something, guys who are limpy and passive, then I'm more likely to raise that too because they're going to float you, or flat you rather, and then fold to C bets a lot.
Yep.
How many more hands do we have in this toe? We have about 15 minutes. I want to make sure we get to, some
we're
of the
super
better
close.
ones. Oh, cool,
1, 2, 3,
perfect.
4, 5, 6, 7, like 10.
Oh, nice.
Some of them are
Really
real
nice.
fast.
Yep.
So we can whip through this. Joel, what do you think?
Yeah. We can flat this or we can bump it up. Typically, I usually raise these up a little bit.
Yeah, I really like this. I thought I was
I
calling. Initially, when I seen this, I thought maybe I was calling a little bit too much. And I really like using this bottom pair that needs some protection, that is likely the best hand against a wide limp lead range. So I really like this. He decided to raise here. He went 3.5, so I really like it.
Yep. I like it.
And being in position, like,
Yeah,
if
and
he
being in the playing
continues, you
position.
can easily get to a river.
No, yeah. What are you guys doing here after we do get called? Anybody betting? We'll try to keep it a little bit quicker.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anybody
Joe, what do you think?
betting? Yeah. What do you
But
think? Joe?
I think you end up checking back this turn.
Yeah, I
Thoughts on
think
that?
checking back this is fine, but this is a good card for us. It just gets us to the river here.
Yeah, but I think the thing is, like, we don't necessarily
problem.
need to. Go ahead, Tom.
When you check here, you give them the window to, like, if they bet 8 or 10, are you calling on the river?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm not folding a pair on this board.
Yeah, I mean,
So
there's
for me,
another
like,
guy
I just want to avoid that sticky situation. So, like, I would bet here
Yeah. Yeah, I hear
and
you.
then buy the check, basically.
Yeah,
You still
said-
get called by enough worse hands, deny some equity. I would tend to bet this as well. Somebody said 4.5, 40-ish%. I mean, I don't hate it because we would still be betting a lot of our queen X and strong hands. So yeah, and now we get a question mark time. Like, this is tough.
Yeah, and Joel said he's calling here because he shouldn't have
Capped.
too much king in his range. It's capped. So, yeah.
I mean, we're capped.
But he lied to us.
Yeah, yeah,
We caught it on
Feld.
film. We caught it on film.
yeah. Tough spot. Yeah.
That's fine. Ace Jack.
The buy-in. This is a $55.
$45, 45K.
It was just one of the moss. Last review we did to $26.50. So we're gonna do a lot of different buy-ins. Try to appeal to some of the higher stakes stuff, some of the mid stakes, low stakes stuff. So yeah. Hell no, the small blind range isn't that strong there. He just completed. No. We didn't raise pre-flop, so it was just a wide ass range in the small.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. We get 3-bet. Versus the button, full frequency call.
Full frequency call.
Right?
Yeah, I think we looked this up and that's how we marked it.
Yeah. I mean, you're not fucking fond of it because you're dominated, but for
I actually, in all fairness, think I fold this in game a decent amount and I'm making a mistake.
The villain
think
this
you're
villain's
gonna
aggressive
lose
as
the
hell. This villain's, I mean, it's a small sample for what we have on this villain, but he's certainly active enough. Certainly, and his 3-bet size isn't like massive or anything. I think we call here.
Yeah, I think you're even supposed to call ace 10 here.
Yeah.
Off. Yeah, I actually think you could 4-bet this too against this Jagler guy.
I don't know. Does it ever 4-bet?
Sliver.
Yeah, we just pure call.
Typically, ace jack off is kind of one that likes to 4-bet a little
4-bet
bit.
fold.
I just also 4-bet this guy earlier with the aces, so he kind of like. I think it'd be a decent spot here.
To go at him again, because
Yeah.
Yeah, those are little exploitative things in game dynamics. Like, we get outside of the charts and start playing some poker.
That's
Yeah,
when you
I
start
agree.
playing that sliver, when you have the read.
Yep. Like jam if he 3-bets a lot. So we get to this spot, we open, we get called by the cutoff.
Do you just c-bet a lot here, Joel? Is that why you kind of c-bet here again? Do you ever consider checking this spot?
I almost always check this spot at like a full frequency, but with this hand on this board, I don't know what he's going to continue with besides pairs, so I'm just trying to put some money in the pot here. I was also kind of putting a lot of pressure on the table at this point, just being the bigger stack, so I was trying to utilize that as well.
I think we're final 2 tables or so right now in this thing.
Yeah, that would be a reason. Like, I
So I was just betting like every pot.
Yeah, just kind of using an image per se. This would be, with that being said, this would be a good time to check if your image is really loose and aggressive, and this guy might think you're wide and just giving up. So he might stab. We want to allow him to hit a king or queen or jack at 10, like anything. I would check here and just fucking let something happen. I think
Absolutely.
we're just gonna lose jack 10s, queen jacks, and stuff like that. We does call. It's gonna be hard to double barrel big because like he's just gonna fold the small pairs and the floats and whatnot. So I guess if we do get called, maybe we can just go small or check again. But I don't know. Double barreling is gonna be hard when the king gets there because
Push out all those other pairs.
he doesn't have too many floats to involve a king. He does have some of the backdoor ones, but we're gonna lose a lot of under pairs and stuff when we go big.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1/3 should. I like 1/3 a little bit better.
Or check.
Because like,
Yep.
Okay.
well, check's probably not gonna get too much value on the river, but yeah, I get it.
1/3 works, that's for sure.
Yep.
C bet in position. Cool. Checks again. Joel, what do you think?
Yeah, that's a good card for our range, but we also have good showdown against all of his club draws. Typically, trying to play a little bit smaller pots here, being the final 2 tables and 2 of the bigger stacks. So we should probably be a little more passive here than like mid game. I'll double barrel this for sure. I think check is fine though in this instance against the big blind, who's a decent reg. He's probably not folding a king.
6s, you like it? Check, bet.
Definitely double barreling. Yeah, on this board we just have like all the pocket aces, kings, queens, jacks.
He didn't 3 bet his pre.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we have like all the strongest hands in the world here. Like,
Doesn't have ace king, doesn't
we
have
have
ace
all
queen.
the top. Like, I can't imagine like not tripling almost. Like, I get this board versus big blind. He is not. Yeah, a reg is going to call you with king 8. I mean, king 9 or something like that. 2 streets. A flush draw on a pair is going to call you for 2 streets. Ace deuce, ace 3. We're going to make those hands indifferent this deep in the tournament. So I'm 1, 2, 3. Good game.
Love the betting game.
GG. Jam.
Jam. Joel, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm mid game. I'll jam this for sure. I think, yeah, probably should have. I'm sure I check here, but yeah, jam.
You should have more faith in yourself. Oh no, you did check. I thought you jammed. I thought I remembered you jamming.
Marlon,
I remember us screaming jam when we were looking at this.
I was
Jam!
you got a 1, 2, 3 for sure.
You're like, don't lose to king 9. Yeah. So you saw it. You just didn't have to follow through. I think probably because it was late game. And I think we saw some of that a little bit late game. When you
Yep, I've been trying to work on a lot of like final 2 table type thing.
No, that was a mark because it's a defend. It's a full frequency defend. Yep, call. I mean, that's especially the short, shallower we get, this fucking make a straight or something too bad. Yeah, this is a call. Not a call. The shallow, right? Versus under the gun, or is this?
Was it under the gun?
Is this a call versus under the
Under the
gun?
gun one.
I don't know. Is it?
30 big is deep.
It feels like we need like 9, 8, 9, 9, 10. It felt like 7 high is too weak versus under the gun. I might be wrong though. I can't remember. I think it's a fold.
I think it mixes. Mostly call.
It's in there. It's mostly fold, but then
Mostly
you
fold.
got a sliver.
Okay. So we're folding mostly. Okay.
You got a sliver.
It's fine. If you think you have a skill edge, we have reads on players. If we think we're just,
And because they're going to be tighter here, final 2
But I mean,
tables.
one thing I don't like about calling it 6-7 is look at the blinds, guys. We're just like occasionally this guy's going to
Big
jam
blinds
the 7 and
specifically.
then we're like in fucking hell for this much of our stack. So yeah, I don't like it as much when this guy's here, but whatever.
Sliver equals 100%. Agreed, Zubat.
I think I prefer calling this hand as opposed to like a Jack 10 suited or something though, because it gives you like better board coverage, and you're not like if you hit a 7, whereas if you hit a Jack, you're probably not good, or you might not be good still.
For sure. Gutter ball?
Bye-bye.
I think so.
Hell yeah, this is 5 big blinds. Say he jams the 5, it's just horrible. We can't check raise that, man. The big blind's in there.
Yeah.
Just call.
Yeah. I think we agreed. I think you ended up raising this. And on this stack size, we just let him spew.
I mean, he's got 15
I ran.
bigs. He's going to be 1, 2, 3. What are our check raise bluffs on Ace King 10?
Against that stack size,
tough,
never.
man. It's so
Yeah, I ran
tough.
that one immediately after this tournament ended.
Yeah, it's pure call.
It's if you don't have a heart, it likes the raise a lot more.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
with no hearts. With no
Yeah,
hearts,
no
it likes to
heart.
raise. Yep. I was kind of conflicted about your 3-bet size pre here, but it's probably just. I mean, it's obviously fine. I probably want to win a bit smaller at these effective stacks, but it's whatever. It's moot. Check.
Yeah, this is why we marked this one too. Because when we bet here, we just get
Mix.
tons of folds.
I think only with the King of Spades, maybe mix.
King of
but
Spades.
we're
Without
being
it,
nitpicky, right? Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little nitpicky.
If you get a bet size, it's okay. Might even go slightly smaller just because of their stack size, but a little nitpicky again.
Yeah.
It's good. Like I'm full betting every time with no spade, but I guess we can mix in some checks with a spade.
Yeah. What are you doing with Ace King there?
In that last spot,
Yeah.
fucking betting for sure. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Was it king on flop? Oh, we're just betting. Yeah.
I think for sure.
The short flop.
Because that hand needs more protection. Yeah, this hand doesn't need any protection.
I don't think we get check raised a lot. Yeah. Just
Yeah, I'm just trying to like when you check back here, it just is like what are you checking back on that flop? Only
Yeah,
aces,
exactly.
kings, queens. So
well, not necessarily. I mean, I guess we would check back some under pairs to the 9 on the board, so we would have some of the under pairs. Wasn't it 4, 9, 4? So we're checking 7s, 8s, 6s, 5s, and stuff like
are you
that.
free
Where
betting those?
was that a 3-bet pot? Fuck.
Yeah.
I guess
That's
exploitatively
just what I'm
allows
saying is
them.
like
I guess exploitatively allows them to make mistakes as well too.
if I don't have any like
Yeah, good point.
I can't just check
Jack
my
10.
I remember that spot and that I think we had
Nines,
aces one
betting.
just like it.
We're not betting.
I think you can check like ace 10, ace jack maybe, but like it just gets a little weird where if you always see betting 30% and then all of a sudden you check, I mean, I know that my red flag's going off if I'm the other guy.
But the other guy is going to make a worse pair and spaz off.
Yeah.
Like the other guy's going to hit a jack and go broke. You know, where you're going to be a little bit more cautious. I think we're allowed to exploit a little bit more in these spots.
Okay.
Because we're thinking about the game in a theoretical sense when these players are just going, we don't maybe allow them to make enough mistakes. That's just my interpretation. Betting
Yeah.
is standard and good, and $55 tournament deep, like these players are probably capable, so it's probably good, man.
Yeah.
This is a fun hand we had some conversation about too. The question was, can we donk leaderboard like this from the big blind?
I would never
Against 16
dunk
blind,
this.
17 blind stack.
Yeah,
That was what you said earlier.
yeah. But, I mean, we looked at it, and we are dunking some.
Donking
not
a decent
decent.
amount.
Yeah, a fucking ton on this board, guys. Can you see that? Yeah. How do you find tag hands in PT4? You have to go to run hand report.
Yeah, I can walk you through that.
Nah.
What is you know? I can walk you that in
Let
2
me
seconds.
see. Oh, I thought I had my shit pulled up. I don't.
Here, come over here. You go to my reports, and then you do new report, hand report, finish, and then click show marked hands only.
40% of the time here, Joe.
So yeah, there was a decent amount of lead here, which I found was really interesting.
Look at
Ace
all
10
that.
off leads here with the ace of hearts, and then not so much with the 10 hearts. So just thought that was kind of interesting.
It was really good.
Joel checks and
Can't fold, right?
check.
Oh, he got 13 behind. Ay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he leads off that stack. He opens off that stack and leads big into this board. Probably should just fold, huh? God damn it. Yeah. Somebody says jam or fold. Jam? What? Fold.
I think if you bet small, we put in a small check raise and
Yeah. This size.
check
I mean,
raise
what do
give
you
up.
mean?
But not, yeah, against this side, I think we just let it go.
So if we check and he bets small, ace 10 pure flat.
But this is half pot, yeah.
If we check and he bets big, ace 10 becomes a fold.
Yeah, this is considered big to me. They have no board coverage. They open up that. They're going big. Just get out of here.
Yeah.
Hey, Woo-wee, I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, man. We're having fun doing this. Thank you guys for the support. We're going to look forward to doing these a few times a month, man. So this is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same name. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I think we had like 7-8.
This one. Oh, we talked about limping,
Yeah, we
jam,
can't fold.
something.
50,
Something.
no, it's 50-50 when we look at this. You jam half the time, you limp half the time, you never fold it.
Yeah.
But one of the two has to happen. This, good jam.
This is just to show off with the triple.
Bink, bink. Ooh.
Flat.
I advocated a small 3-bet here. I remember this guy. I don't know if it's actually, I think we can make it like 5, make it small. Make it like 2.5x, I would love. 2.75x, something like that.
Yeah, we looked at this one too. I'm gonna try and find the range real quickly. 30 bigs, cutoff versus high.
Yeah, we mix some of that stuff in, man, for sure. I like it. I think it looks very, very strong, especially at this point. I would mix.
Full frequency raise at 30.
No, I mean, I'm not risking my whole life jamming into this final two
Oh,
tables.
just 3-bet.
Yeah, we're just 3-betting, right?
At 30, and then
So we're in the middle. I'm still 3-betting.
cutoff
Yeah,
versus
okay.
at 20, it becomes a full frequency flat. So you could probably mix here.
Oh, so it's a mix. Yeah, we can mix that this stacked up.
I think
Is
what
that
I think,
considering
though-
ICM the future game? No.
No.
Yeah, because if that big stack is like knows what he's doing, I don't remember exactly. Like if you 3-bet small, like he should just flick it back with like any two that he
Nah, nobody's that good.
Yeah,
bro.
they're not gonna-
This
you're
is
worried
a
about it.
$55. This is not a fuck.
Yeah.
That's not Adrian Mateos. You know,
I gotta have a
like-
serious read that he's gonna ICM fuck the shit out of you.
Yeah, this is.
Now, if you did that, I think that's amazing because you ICM fuck the shit out of somebody.
This guy's gonna
But
be.
I don't think the public is doing that very much.
Yeah, I mean, he might be aware enough to knows he should be aggressive and putting in pressure, but when we do that, it probably looks so fucking strong. So, limp lead,
Swiss limp lead.
maybe. I mean, I don't think I'm ever checking.
I tend to limp these boards. King X and Queen X hands are gonna raise you most likely pre for
Yeah.
the most
Ooh,
part.
we old paper.
He would have
old school. That's what something I do.
opened that. I would have jammed.
Yeah, sure.
That's the plan on that ace-6 suited was the
Legend in the
limp
game.
jam.
Yeah, hell yeah, Shilling's
I
a
think
good
you
ass
ended
rag.
up. I think you ended up jamming. I think it was 3-bet, just not jam. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll look that one up too.
Yeah, we want to 3-bet that and not jam. I mean, even
Yeah, just a small.
occasionally flat, I guess too. Man, you know.
And this one is bet small. I think you missed it.
Yeah, we bet small there.
And now,
We're not getting check raised on this turn.
yeah,
With Queen high.
bet at some point
Bet.
and showdown value.
Yeah, missed a couple bets there. No, we
Oh,
don't
this
go
is your favorite.
65%.
This is your hand, Joel.
Yeah, here we go.
Open kings,
Five
million
ways.
callers.
5 ways.
Oh,
to the flop.
God.
Obviously, never raising multi-way, guys. Raising here multi-way is not a thing. Doesn't exist. 5. And
What are we doing here? He jams into us after we call the flop. He just jams into this shit. Anybody folding?
Yeah, he
Calls,
was a big
calls,
blind.
call. Gotta call, don't we? Never jamming the 5. Yeah, I mean, good luck. Stinky says fold. You gotta fold. Somebody out there is folding.
Yeah. just so weird.
Never ever folding.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. So
I'm
you want to
never
give your caveat here before I show you fold this?
Yeah, so during this, when I'm at these final two tables, I was at the final two tables of the 88 50K special as well. About 10 minutes before this, I was second in chips, and the chip leader was to my right. He was in the small blind. I had pocket kings. It came around. He limped. I ISO'd him to 3.5. He called. Flop was Jack 6-5. He led into me. I raised. He snap jammed 70 big blinds, and I called off my 65 big blinds at the final two, and he had 5-6. So that's my caveat.
A little bit of PTSD after.
Bad beat
big
stories
hand.
is all I heard. I heard a bad beat story. Ain't no way. GG again. You're gonna have 2 bad beat stories in a row, which is even cooler than one. So
There you go. There it is. Open.
Fold this shit.
Hey, there it is. He opened 6s and C-bets.
Oh yeah, I always see
This
that.
is our board.
Our
We
board.
have all the nuts. Let's start betting.
And then I think you bet here, which I kind of like when he checks twice.
Yeah,
Caps.
fuck it. Yeah, it's time to eat. Bet jam. Jam.
Jam. He's got no ace X. He would have raised supreme.
Yeah.
And love.
Well played.
Okay.
Well played.
It's flop,
Mr.
otherwise.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Jam.
This is just a jam. Yeah.
We run to shove this.
What's up with this, Joel?
Oh yeah, there's like a 4 or 5 big blind stack on the other table.
Fuck him.
Oh,
And
Oh, it's 11 left. That's right.
There's like
Yeah.
11 or 12 left.
good example. You pass. Call.
Yeah, I think this was.
Interesting.
I checked into this one too.
Yeah.
I like
it.
this hand given the
We didn't know how many were left at that point. That makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Makes
That
total
makes a lot
sense.
more sense. Yeah.
The
I like
pay jump started getting kind of like big too.
Relative. Yeah.
So this is another board where I was like, do we have a lead? You actually do it in this spot versus
Yeah.
the last one, which I thought was really interesting. I ran this one too at the last minute.
It is a nice flat with the 8s. in that
He
spot.
raises, and I think you call. Turn, check, bet, fold. Here's the spot.
Damn, he's so short and doing that too. Yikes.
Yeah.
I feel you, man.
So there is a decent amount of leads in this, a fair amount, 50%. But your ace jack is just too strong. Just check off.
Oh yeah, this one was, or this ace high was too strong, and then.
But like
the
ace
other-
9 off, look at that. Like
Fucking lead.
pretty much always leading.
Ace 7, I would always find that lead. Ace 5, I like that one.
Yeah, 'cause those are connected,
Deuce
right?
3. Yeah,
Easier.
so those are easier.
All your stuff that's connected in here leads.
King 6, fucking just lead. Okay.
Um,
And when it leads, it's calling
what
with
you
our pairs.
did, if we get raised, ace jack off calls, you are correct. Turn was 9 of diamonds.
Yeah, we can get better to fold, exactly.
And we are then supposed to check what you did.
Yeah, part of it was he's so short, so I
Yeah,
didn't
we're
think
never
he was gonna
folding.
float too wide.
And you
Oh, we are? Okay, we are. Yeah. And plus, he had 6 behind, like, fuck it, we're out of here. Don't be a hero. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
He finds a double barrel there after we call. Yeah, get out. Yep.
yeah, we way. You actually have that exactly right. Wu way.
It's Paperboy. That's Paperboy, old school. Need to incorporate more leads.
While this is profitable, I would still raise fold this, Joel. For sure.
I think he wanted to maximize fold equity.
yeah,
and
we're just too
you
deep.
get this guy in the butt, and the guy in the big blind's kind of fucking weird as well. So
Yeah.
I get why you jammed. But I mean, yeah, in like other spots we could certainly just leave. But we're on like.
I think at
stone
final two
money
tables,
bubble.
they're just not gonna fuck around.
Yeah, this
That's
is
the last
final,
hand. Do we not have the bust on hand?
Oh, we didn't grab. It must have not grabbed it.
The ace king versus the deck. He's just open jams.
Yeah, we can find. If you can find it, we'll look at that.
Yeah, I can
before.
find it.
Cool.
And then I also have that hand run with the ace king. That's done.
Yeah, we'll look at both. The last 2 hands before we go.
This is the final bust out hand. Oh, nothing to see
Yeah,
here.
yee.
And Joe goes down in 11th.
Yeah, I like. There was like a 6 big blind stack on the other one. I just don't think you can fold here.
Hell no.
Yeah. This was kind of annoying because then the very next hand it went to the final table and the dude busted out first hand of it.
Can I fold this with a 6-blind stack at the other table?
No.
I think it's too strong.
I mean, dude, we're not. These aren't real pay jumps. We're at the. We're trying to make all the money, not just an $80 pay jump.
Well, they were like
No way.
$300 pay jumps.
Fuck that $300. We want
Yeah, it's
7K.
$300.
We want
plus winning
7Ks
this-
or whatever.
Like winning that would have.
Yeah, put you in position to like make all the monies. Yeah, for sure. I'm never folding.
It was like 10K up top.
Never. Yeah, for a $300 pay jump when there's 10K up top and we get a chance to get
Yeah. I don't think it folds.
Queen. I'm trying to look for the hand, the ace king hand.
Yep.
It was queen jack. 6 hearts. All right, here's the hand that we ran today. So here's the spot. We got the weird flat, and then which I had to add into the sim because it didn't have any of that.
It didn't even have the flat into this.
We check 100%. Cool. And then do we bet turn?
Yeah, this is what I was curious about. I would have fucking went big, so let's see.
All right, so check like you did. Cool. They are overwhelmingly supposed to bet actually between big and small.
They didn't
Cool.
bet.
If they go small, oh, they didn't bet?
They know, they fucking checked.
No, they checked.
That's the problem.
That's what we were saying. Because it's like a full range bet. They should have.
Yeah, they should bet their entire
They
range.
capped the shit, which is why I said check.
Yeah.
And then we do check. 100% check.
And then the 10 came.
100% check.
Oh, we just fucking check. We can't.
Yeah, because the capped his range so bad.
Yeah. All right, well, we got to let
See,
him
I always
off.
find that weird because if he caps his range, like, what am I doing with like 5-3 here? I'm gonna pot it.
Checking.
Well, 5-3 of heart. Well, that card's just, damn, we're not betting
Never
anything.
checking 5-3.
So as an
He checks back
exploit,
to me.
Yeah, GTO likes you to check that back, but as an exploit, I kind of love it because he capped the shit out of his range.
Yeah, so that's why it's always a little weird. Like,
yeah, it's hard to study these spots when somebody takes something they should never do.
How do we have ace king here? Seizure.
We bet 6 is the most.
We do bet 6 is a sliver.
isn't that a set though?
It is.
Oh, it's a set. No, duh. Shit.
Sliver.
Well, I think that's it, huh?
That's it. That's all the hands we got. This was the spot.
Yeah.
That was all we got.
Yeah, thank you guys for the support. It was a fun stream, man. We're gonna look to do this, maybe every other week. We're gonna be finding some hands from deep runs, from big scores, from other members in the community, other guests who might have met big scores or whatever. So yeah, thank you guys for the support. Joel, thank you, man, for being a trooper. I mean, you've obviously played well. Congratulations on all the success, man. And, thank you again. It's awesome.
Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate you guys taking time out and go through this.
Yeah, absolutely. So XPC in the chat. And Beat says, mindfuck people and let's do a deep run in the ante up. No.
Yeah, right.
Who the fuck knows how to play that crazy game?
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. PC in the chat. You get a link to sign up for free. PokerCoaching.com. Jonathan Little's Poker Coaching site. You have a ton of content on there. Content from me, content from Sixes, content from a wealth of other coaches out there. You can sign up for free. You get 20 free quizzes, big blind charts for 100 blinds or more, homework assignments. You sign up for the premium. There's webinars. There's thousands of quizzes, thousands of homeworks, tons of great content for you. I'm highly recommend it. It's great for all levels. Make sure you check that out. We're recording this, so if you enjoyed this, you missed some of it, you want to go check it out, you can go to my YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search GodsBigToe Poker, and you can find that there. You can also see the study streams that we do on Saturday, every single Saturday, noon Eastern. Every once in a while, it's me and Sixes. A lot of times we have great guests. We've had great guests in the past: Greg Raymer, Jesse Sylvia, Matt Affleck, Evan Jarvis. So we've had Snoss and Loss, we've had Drew, we've had Fat Train, and a bunch of guests. So make sure you tune into those. And these we're going to do like maybe twice a month is what we're looking at.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. Six and I have to review it and run all these sims and stuff. So it's a ton of work. Yep, we had Raymer on there. It was fun.
Yep.
But make sure you check it out. Sixes, thanks, my man. Thanks for having me, brother.
Yeah, man, this was fun, and thank you guys again. And I'll be back streaming on the Global channel in about 2 hours. I'm going to eat dinner, chill. I'll be back on playing all the Grizzly events, so make sure to check me out there. Let's give Toe a fucking shout-out, because, he's not streaming on
I'll
his
be
channel.
streaming
He's here.
tomorrow on the Global channel, so make sure you check that out.
Toe.
And Joel, you throw on some streams every once in a while. You've streamed
Yeah,
before,
it
man.
does,
What's your channel, man? Why not?
Huckleberry 4.
Huckleberry 4. I said 6 in the damn tweet, so
Yeah.
I fucked up.
All right,
How
guys.
does global work? So basically, what it is gold coins and a sweep cash. Gold coins is play money. Sweep cash is the equivalent of real money, and that's all there is to it. You can direct deposit straight to your bank because technically it's a sweep site when you withdraw, and I believe it's credit card to get money on there. It's been a long time since I deposited, so I think that's different.
Brag post.
Thanks for the big ups, LaFerris. I love you, buddy. Thanks for the support.
I am, I think we'll drop it off to Dramatic DJ, man. I like him. He's a good guy. So I'm going to drop this host off, a raid, and Paperboy, good to see you again, Nefarious. Take care, guys. And make sure to give DD a follow, and I will see you guys in a few hours. Let's do that. Peace out, guys.
Global is 1,000 times softer than ACR.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Maybe even 10,000 times.
And no late reg and not playing 14 fucking hours.
Deep
for
stack,
stuff.
freeze out.
Yeah.
Fast structures though.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm doing it now. Peace out.